It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to... Tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Downtown Oakland looking majestic from high above as we welcome you to tonight from just down the road at Oracle Arena. And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. Along with Greg Anthony, Doris, and David Aldridge is...
Well, guys, we know how...
DA, thank you. And by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. Bill, since they drafted Steph Curry, the Warriors' fortunes have really changed. Would you call him the most important pick in the history of that franchise?
I would veer it a different way. I think it's one of the most important missed picks
of other teams
in the history of the NBA, because for two reasons. One, because the Timberwolves had the two picks right before and passed them both times.
2 guards, right?
And took 2 point guards.
Yeah.
Neither of whom was named Stephen Curry, so that was amazing. The pick after him was the New York Knicks, and if he had gone there, you could make a case that, you know, he saves the Knicks. Or you could make the case that maybe he gets hurt wherever he goes. This is somebody that had really, really bad ankle injuries and was lucky enough to be in an organization in Silicon Valley where he got the right kind of treatment and thought about these new wave ways to treat his ankles. He relearned how he ran.
Core was strengthened.
He strengthened his core and basically took pressure off his ankles, where if he'd come up in the 1980s, maybe he plays 5 years and he's out of the league. And my point is, if he goes to the Timberwolves or goes to the Knicks, he probably gets hurt, and we probably know Stephen Curry is the guy who got hot on Davidson for 2 years.
And a bust in the NBA, right?
Yeah, or not a bust, or like a what-if guy. Like, oh, man, it's too bad that guy got hurt. And instead he goes to the Warriors. So,
well said.
Really a great what-if pick. He has so many bad what-ifs, and this was the perfect what-if.
And the starting group for the Spurs, Gay and Aldridge are up front. AI is out there with Murray, and it's DeRozan in at the 3. Here's AI, and he banks in the layup. AI's got 6.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Draymond Green, everything he brings to the table, his defense, his charisma, his offensive game, a great passing game. Is there a player you'd compare him to?
Well, I have a soft spot for Draymond because we did the courtside show for HBO, the behind-the-scenes finals thing.
Yes.
And he had some of the most unbelievable stuff that we couldn't keep in the show.
No kidding.
Draymond is one of a kind because he's basically a center, but the only other center who's really succeeded at his size was Wes Unseld a million years ago. He's a stretch 5 who doesn't really shoot threes that well, but tends to make them when he absolutely has to.
Steve does not want him taking threes.
No.
Not at all.
But when he actually takes them in a big spot, a lot of times they go in.
No. Okay,
yeah, he's a great no-no-yes guy.
Yeah.
I think he brings all their alpha. I don't think Durant and Curry are the traditional alphas, and I think he's kind of the bulldog and the let's-go guy.
And you need that on a good team, don't you?
And the best thing with him is when he's playing well, they're unstoppable. When he has it, and there's nights, I thought during the 25-game winning streak to start the 16th season, I thought he was incredible. And the intensity that he played with every night was really inspiring.
Triple doubles and
oh my God,
every category.
Taking on crowds and just, I just love that guy.
Bill, the way that super teams are being put together right now, good or bad for the league?
I'm confused. I have been watching this league since I was a kid. We've always had super teams. There's never been an era where we didn't. What do people think the Jordan era Bulls were, and what do they think the Shaq, Kobe Lakers were? And this is how the league is. I think what bothers people this time around specifically is that the Warriors won 73 games and they added Kevin Durant. Now, I get it. I get why it bothers people. On the other hand, your job as a franchise is to tilt the competitive advantage in any way you can toward your favor. They did a great job building their team. They did a great job building enough cap space for this year that everybody knew was coming. The summer of 2016, we knew the cap was going to jump. And they played it perfectly, and they got Kevin Durant out of it. He played it perfectly, too. He was on a team. He wasn't going to win the title in OKC. He wasn't going to win the title playing with Westbrook. Not to sound like a Durant apologist, but he wants to win a title and beat LeBron James. If you're going to do that, you're going to try to get on the best possible team you can.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State, Kevon Looney is checked in for Cousins. Jerebko comes in for Green, and it's Iguodala in for Klay Thompson. AI passes to Pirtle, and the shot goes in. Pirtle's got his first bucket of the night. And Bill, we were discussing how teams are constructed in recent years. You know, the changes in 2016 to cap space. How Kevin Durant landed with the Warriors.
I see the analogy that, it's like stacking the pickup game and just grabbing the best 4 guys and just beating people on a pickup court for 4 hours. But that's the thing, the league isn't a pickup game. The league, everyone operates by the same rules. And the Warriors,
everybody had a shot at him.
Everyone had a shot. The Celtics had a shot. He didn't want to interview with the Lakers. The Knicks had cap space. They didn't have a chance. The Wizards had cap space. He was from Maryland. Didn't want to go there. So, I think the Warriors should get a little more credit for how smart they were with everything.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
Warriors trail by 11. Curry kicks to Durant. 23 seconds left in the first quarter. Iguodala outside. Clock at 4. He tries for 3. Rebound, San Antonio.
Oh, great job on the closeout, providing a lot of good D on the perimeter.
Well, that's just superb effort on the defensive end. You don't allow the shooter to get into a rhythm from deep.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. The one goal they had coming into this game was to not let Kevin Durant talked about his teammates and about the Warriors roster.
I like our depth. I like that we can play,
Greg, KD has a lot of help with his team.
And that's why he signed with the Warriors. But
the Warriors with some changes. Green, he's checked in for Kevon Looney. Jerebko comes in for Bell. And it's Klay Thompson in for Andre Iguodala. On the court for San Antonio, Gay and Aldridge are up front. AI is out there with Murray, and it's DeRozan in at the small forward position.
After not scoring a single point in the first quarter, they're still feeding him, and he's showing his appreciation.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Kings played superbly. He scored 18 points and was diming everybody up with an incredible assist game, setting up his teammates all night long. He played a tremendous all-around game, and you'll love to see that type of effort. We'll see if he can maintain that kind of energy tonight.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, you do wonder, though, Greg, does he still have some of the adrenaline going from that performance? No matter how tired he is, he should have plenty of energy coming off that.
Hey, Bill, thanks for coming by. Fantastic stuff as usual. We really appreciate your time.
Appreciate being on. Go Celtics.
You can't root on these.
I'm absolutely rooting. That's my team.
There is always a spirited discussion when Bill's involved. Not afraid to share his personal views.
Yes, Kevin, he has broken the internet once or twice. This guy is no stranger to controversy. But I will say this, he is passionate about the NBA.
Down low, Aldridge. Basket is good. The assist from AI. AI's got 5 assists tonight. They get a hand on it, and that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. Now, here's Jerebko. He's covered by Gay. Here's Durant. Here's Green. That shot misses. Nice D from Aldridge. Murray kicks to AI. To the paint. Here's Gay. And another basket for San Antonio.
You don't pass for the sake of passing. You wait until the defense commits. And AI doing that, finding the man breaking open.
And so it's San Antonio, riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at AI, in this game, he has been everywhere.
And we saw his work over the first 2 quarters, really pushing the action and consistently finding the open man.
It felt like he owned that first half because he involved his guys with his passes, found different ways to take advantage of the defense.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, the talented forward pair of Durant and Green at the 3 and the 4. The tremendous pair of Curry and Clay in the backcourt. And it's Cousins in at the 5, roaming the paint. It's Curry outside. No good on that one. Now San Antonio takes it the other way.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
With the analysis, the defensive impact becoming more advanced, Doris, do you think that helps defenders gain recognition even when they're not putting up numbers in individual statistical categories?
Well, think about a recent winner of the Defensive Player of the Year, and that's Draymond Green, whose value becomes into sharp focus, particularly in the fourth quarter of games. When it becomes a possession ball game and Draymond Green is flying around the floor in help defensive position, covering up for teammates' mistakes, I absolutely think, Kevin, increasingly because of the advanced metrics, that players can be defined outside of points and rebounds. So I love the impact of the numbers.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Yeah, and his shot selection iffy at best tonight. A lot of forced, contested shots this game. He'll be lucky if he just gets a talking to here instead of a ticket to the bench.
Looney's checked in for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for Steph Curry. San Antonio also making some changes. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Aldridge. Davis Bertans comes in for Rudy Gay. And Derek White subbed in for Murray. He was all alone on that one. Bertans got his first points of the game.
And whatever the adjustments at halftime, they are looking really good right now.
Well, there's no doubt this quarter has been all about them. They've come out hot, and they're not showing any signs of letting up.
Iguodala kicks to Durant. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. And that's now 7 points for Kevin Durant.
Don't you love how decisive Kevin Durant is on the offensive end? He doesn't think twice before he lifts from long range.
AI outside. A beautiful reverse layup. AI's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Well, looking at this Warriors team, some say the best offensive team in NBA history. Doris, would you agree?
I don't necessarily love comparing over eras. What I would say is they've got one of the best pure scorers ever in Kevin Durant, 2 all-time great shooters in Clay and Steph, and then Draymond Green, one of the best playmaking bigs we've ever seen. I'll tell you, they'd compete with just about anybody.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
An obvious blunder by the defense that they get away with. Somebody's supposed to be checking him.
That one falls. And it's 9 points for Kevin Durant.
What a fantastic game he's had on the offensive end. If only his teammates could keep up.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Well, pretty amazing to have a collection of shooters like Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and
Warriors trail by 14. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. Gay and Aldridge are up front. Murray out there with AI. And it's DeRozan in at the small forward. Back to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Green. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. Green's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Warriors. Well, if you go by Andre Iguodala, he once called Klay Thompson the best shooter on the planet.
Well, if there's a player that should know, Andre Iguodala would be there. He's had to defend the primary scorers across the NBA, and I'm sure he and Klay have gone at it in practice. And there's no doubt, guys, Klay is spectacular. He has many, many great years ahead of him, provided his health stays good.
AI passes to Gay. And good coming on the assist by AI. AI's got his 8th assist in the game. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And Curry, here we go. And it's off the back rim, no good. To the middle, poked loose. Durant against DeRozan. Durant kicks to Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Latrey sinks the triple. Curry's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Warriors.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And you know, guys, in the first half, he was a lot more focused. Maybe he's feeling the heat of the defense a bit more here in the second.
And the Warriors making a change here. Cousins is checked in. Right side Curry. Fader on the way and right on target. Good. Durant's got 9 points now in just the second half.
You know, he clearly made adjustments at halftime. Smooth offense right now.
AI passes to Aldridge. To the middle. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
And now this game is becoming a showcase for Aldridge. He's been out of control. A one-man team. Now it's just a matter of getting him the ball and getting out of his way.
Curry attacking over AI and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Yeah, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
Good on the shot. And now it's an 11-point Spurs lead.
And really the strength of Gay is impressive. Easily bouncing off the defense while still finishing the shot.
And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. The Spurs making a switch here. Forbes checked in. Timeout called the Warriors. Doris, who are some of the players you watch that get stronger as the game goes on? They're not cut down by fatigue and still have that energy, something left in the tank.
Those guys who show me superhuman strength a la Kevin Harlan. Those guys who come to mind, LeBron James, that's a bad man. It doesn't matter if it's the first minute or the 48th minute. Russell Westbrook is indefatigable. His stamina and his ability to dominate in triple overtime once is absolutely incredible. And then what did we see from Anthony Davis when Boogie Cousins went down? A man who for 48 minutes on both ends is a problem. Those three men, Kev.
Endless energy. And again, no good by Golden State. To the middle. And Aldridge, the basket on the assist by AI. Aldridge has got 4 points this quarter.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
It's AI on the wing. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Spurs working the ball around now. The shot from the low post is good. AI's got 22 points.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Spurs.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for AI.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open, and saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
Well, this is exactly how you put teams away. Late game execution leads to a tremendous win.
Different look here for the Warriors. Kevon Looney is checked in for Cousins. Jerebko comes in for Draymond Green. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for Thompson. And Cook subbed in for Steph Curry. Bertans, he's checked in for the Spurs. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Over to the left wing. Bertans' shot is good.
And on the road, silencing the crowd. What a dominant performance.
Well, they took control of this game from the outset, a commanding all-around performance and an important road win.
Iguodala kicks it to Looney. And the pass to Cook. Down low, looking to end the run. Rejected by AI. Pass to Aldridge. Back to AI. Offline. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one to come into an opponent's